Good morning. It is time for Just a Word from the Word. This morning we're going to be looking at Genesis chapter 16, verses 12 and 13. And I'm reading from the English Standard Version. Verses 13 and 14. So she called the name of the Lord who spoke to her, "You are a God of seeing." For she said, "Truly here I have seen him who looks after me." Verse 14. Therefore the well was called Bir Laharoi. It lies between Kadesh and Bered. I looked up the meaning of the name of the well, and here's what it says. Bir Laharoi means the well of the living one who sees me. Man, that's beautiful. As I was praying this morning about that, have you ever been in the middle of a situation and you just weren't sure what God was doing? You just weren't sure. You knew that surely he was working, but you just weren't all that sure of exactly what he was doing. You may have even gotten to a point where you cry out, "God, do you even see me in this situation?" I was praying about some things this morning and I was reminded of a situation and actually some prayers that I had prayed earlier this week, asking the Lord, "Do you see this?" But in prayer this morning, I was reminded he is God, the God who sees, Jehovah Yahweh El Roi, the God who sees you. But I was struck by verse 14 in Genesis 16. Now, if you read a little bit before, let me give you a quick context. Sarah had given Abraham Hagar to be a surrogate mother, quite frankly, because Sarah had not had any children. And Sarah saw that Hagar got pregnant. Hagar had an attitude, Sarah had an attitude, and so Sarah asked Abraham, and Abraham said, "You do with her what you want to do." So Sarah kicks her out. And Hagar flees from the face of Sarah. And she ends up by a well, a spring, the scripture would say. And while she is there pouring her heart out, God comes and meets her there and gives her promises and tells her that the son that she is going to have is going to be named Ishmael. He's going to be a mighty man, and for her to not be discouraged. Well, verse 13 comes after this conversation between Hagar and the Lord, and she says, "I have met the one who sees me, who sees my situation." But then she names the well that she was sitting by, Bir Laharoi, the well of the living one who sees. Let me leave you with just this little tidbit because I'm way over time. When we understand that God is the God who sees us, that is a well from which we can draw living water springing up to bring encouragement and strength to us on a day-to-day basis. So just a word from the Word today. Remember that God is the God that sees you right where you are, and you can rest and be refreshed in that knowledge. This has been Just a Word from the Word. Have a beautiful day and a wonderful weekend. God bless you.